Have you guys noticed how younger stylists don't stick around in salons the way older generations did? Or how many of them burn out fast and then either quit, switch salons, or go independent? That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. Studies show that 77% of millennials and 72% of Gen Z report experiencing symptoms of burnout. And when they hit that wall, they handle it very differently than the generations before them. Unlike their parents, they're not just going to tough it out. They're leaving jobs, seeking balance, and demanding flexibility. But they're also turning to mentorship and growth opportunities. And honestly, that is not a bad thing. It's proof that the next wave of hairstylists wants something different, a career that doesn't break them. Hi, I'm Cheri. I'm a real-world hairstylist, salon owner, and the creator of the Defined Stylist Method. With almost 40 years behind the chair, I have watched this industry evolve, and I've mentored stylists across multiple generations. Let me tell you, millennials and Gen Z hairstylists are rewriting the rules of what this career looks like. The challenge is that most salons and beauty schools still operate like it's the 1990s, pushing long hours, low pay, and zero boundaries. That clash between old systems and new expectations is exactly why so many young hairstylists are burning out and walking away. The good news, there's a better way. One of the biggest differences with millennials and Gen Z is they don't stay stuck. When burnout hits, they don't just grin and bear it, they move. That might mean switching salons, going independent, or, sometimes leaving the industry altogether. On one hand, that mobility shows that they value themselves enough not to tolerate a toxic environment. On the other hand, it also means that a lot of stylists are bouncing around without a real plan, never finding the stability that they crave. And that instability fuels even more burnout. For younger generations, balance often matters more than the paycheck alone. One study found that half of Gen Zs and 4 in 10 millennials say that they are stressed out all or most of the time, and much of that comes from the lack of balance. What this means for hairstylists is simple. They're willing to scale back hours, restructure their schedules, or even take fewer clients if it means protecting their peace. That's a really healthy instinct, but without the right systems, balance can start to feel like financial instability. Gen Z especially craves flexibility. They don't want to be chained to a rigid salon with rules, 12-hour shifts, and constant double booking. That's why so many are exploring booth rental, mobile services, or specialization like in a niche. They're not lazy. They're just refusing to sacrifice their mental health for outdated definitions of success. And honestly, they're on to something. Flexibility is one of the best antidotes to burnout. The problem is most stylists don't know how to build a flexible career without sacrificing income. That's where guidance and strategy comes in. Here's the part I love. When millennials and Gen Z hit burnout, they don't just quit and disappear. Many of them actively seek out mentorship, online programs, and communities that can help them realign. They want tools. They want strategies. They want somebody to say, here's how to do this without destroying yourself. And that's exactly why I created the Defined Stylist Method. It's not just another business coaching program. It's a mentorship system built by a hairstylist for hairstylists. It gives you clarity, boundaries, financial confidence, and resilience so that you don't just survive this career, you actually thrive in it. So if you're listening to this and you're feeling the burnout, whether you're 22 and fresh out of school or 35 and you're still searching for balance, I want you to know that there is nothing wrong with you. You're not failing. You're responding to a system that was never built to protect you ever. That's why I built the Defined Stylist Method. And you can start today for only $99. You'll get lifetime access to all 5 modules and join a community of stylists who are redefining what success looks like. Or if you want personal guidance, you can book a free one-on-one call with me and we can figure out together how to make this career work for you. Millennials and Gen Z are not weaker for walking away from burnout. They're wiser. They're demanding balance, flexibility, and growth. And honestly, that is the future of our industry. If you want to be a part of that future, now's the time to take action. Because this is your life, this is your career, and you can define it your way. I'll see you in the next video.